Alright, hey guys, I'm CCG back in a video. With this video, I'm going over some new shark support. So if you guys are fans of shark, there's going to be a whole set that's basically just water support. And I'm curious to see how this is going to go. So we're going to get started here with surfacing big jaws. So this is a low 4 water fish effect monster. Art looks alright, just a piranha type fish here. It's 1800 attack, 300 defense. During your main phase, if a spell card was activated this turn, you can special summon this card from your hand. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except for Exceed monsters. So that's great, pretty easy to get out. You can easily fulfill that requirement. And it's a low 4, of course, for Exceeds. And then if this card is normal or special summon, you can add one fish shark monster from your deck to your hand. So even better, we're going to get a searcher here, and that is relatively easy to get out on its own. And if this card is used for Exceed summon of a water monster, it can be treated as a level 3 or 5 monster. So of course we see this with sharks. That's great. It seems like very flexible, a great level 4 addition here. Okay, and then here we have Drake Shark. So if this card is added to your hand except by drawing it, you can special summon it. So we see this with like Ancient Gearbox. It's just going to be a great way of getting out a free level 4 monster by searching it out. Of course, you can do it easily with this card here, as you're able to search for a fish shark monster from your deck to your hand. So you can get Drake Shark here. And if this card is used for the Exceed summon of a water monster that uses 3 or more materials, it can be treated as 2 materials. So that's great because you're going to be able to beef up the effects here by having more materials to utilize them. And then a Shark Drake Exceed monster that has this card as material gains its effect. Once per turn, you can attach 2 materials from this card, then target 1 spell trap card on the field and attach it to this card as material. So it's a form of indirect removal for spells and traps. Maybe your opponent has a field spell that you want to get rid of, or face down. Being able to take that is okay, in my opinion, as it's not a quick effect or anything. And then here we have Armored Shark. So this card is always treated as an Armored Exceed card. You can send 1 Water Exceed monster from your extra deck to the graveyard, then target 1 fish monster in your graveyard with a level equal to the said monster's rank, special summon it. So being able to pitch a Water Exceed monster from the extra deck to the grave in order to bring something back from the grave is relatively strong. And then during your opponent's turn, if this card is in your graveyard, quick effect, you can target 1 Water Exceed monster you control, equip it to this card as an equip spell, and this card gains, and this gives it 500 attack. So nothing too crazy here. You are going to be able to equip this card to a Water Exceed monster you control, give it a 500 attack boost. That's fine. I think I don't really see people using it too much just because it is also level 3. That's not able to level modulate as much. Alright, and here we have number C32 Shark Drake Leviathan. So this does look like the pack art. Let me just scroll up here, and yep, looks like that's the card here for Rage of the Abyss. And let's see what the effect of this monster is going to be. So it's it requires 4 level 5 monsters, so it's a rank 5. You can also Exceed summon this card by discarding 1 spell and using 1 rank 4 Shark Drake monster Exceed monster you control. So of course a different way of exceeding into it, and you've seen that there are plenty of shark monsters that are able to level modulate here to level 5. So it is going to be relatively easy to get out using its traditional method as well. And then once per turn quick effect, you can attach 1 material from this card and target 1 effect monster your opponent controls, negate its effects, and if you do, change the attack and defense to 0. So it's just a great built-in negate here for this Shark Exceed monster, being able to just imperm something, negate it, make it attack 0, and make its attack and defense 0. That's solid. Then this card can make a second attack during each battle phase. Sure, it's a 3100 attack beater that can hit for quite a bit, and it has piercing, that's fine. That seems fine. Nothing too crazy, especially if you're going to summon it the traditional way, but hopefully there's a good way of utilizing different monsters to get into this. And here we have a new rank 3, so this is the Liverchu Dragon, which is a Water Serpent Exceed, of course, 2 level 3 monsters. If this card is special summon, you can add 1 Virtue Stream for your deck to your hand. You can activate one of these effects. You can attach 1 Exceed material from your monster, add 1 fish, serpent, or aqua monster from your graveyard to your hand, except for this card. So that's great, being able to just utilize it here, recycle some materials. That's great to go into this just to get some combo pieces. Or you can target 2 Exceed monsters in the field, attach 1 material from one of them, and attach it to the other's material. So just switching out materials here. It seems okay as long as you're able to set up properly for it. And this is a new normal spell card. So this is Surface Aqua Jet. You can special summon 1 level 4 or lower fish, serpent, or aqua monster from your hand or grave. And if you do, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck while you control it, except for Exceed monsters. So the nice thing about this is that it does lock you into Exceeds, but that's only while you control the monster. So it does give you some flexibility here. And if your opponent controls an attack position monster, you can banish this card from your grave, then target 1 fish, serpent, or aqua monster you control. It gains 1000 attack until the end of this turn. So of course, if you need a card to discard, you can discard this. Obviously, it'd be better just utilize its effect here, just because special summoning a fish, serpent, or aqua monster from your hand or grave is very solid. But if you need to, you can pitch it and then you can beef something up like the new number C32 Shark Drake Leviathan, make it a 4100 and attack twice with piercing. It can be pretty solid. And looks like we have a new equip spout in the form of Reincarnate Unveil Male. This card is always treated as an armored Exceed card. You can only activate one card with the card's name once per turn. An Exceed monster equipped with this card gains its effects. It cannot be destroyed by battle. Once per turn, if this card battled this turn, quick effect, you can return one equipped card equipped to this card to the hand. Then immediately after this effect resolves, Exceed summon one water Exceed monster. And if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can activate this effect, equip it from your graveyard to an Exceed monster you control during the end phase of its turn. So you can see a bit of recursion and just being able to utilize it with the other equipped monster that we saw. And this is the Virtue Stream that we saw, which is a new trap card. Really cool art. You can target one fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster you control, and two cards your opponent controls. Destroy them. Looks like a Icarus attack for fish, sea serpents, or aqua monsters, which is pretty interesting. It's just that Icarus attack isn't super utilized anymore. Maybe we'll see fish getting some play out of it. And you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one face-up monster in the field, apply its effect based on its attribute. Water, the next time it would be destroyed by card effect this turn, it is not destroyed. Or non-water, its attribute becomes water. So having some water manipulation here, which could be decent for certain Exceed monsters, but being able to create protect your water monsters can be pretty solid as well. And the final card that we have here is Xyz's Posidon Splash. If you control an Exceed monster that has an Exceed monster as material, declare one attribute among monsters in the field. Destroy all monsters in the field with that attribute that are not equipped with an equip spell. So it looks like you're going to be able to declare an attribute here and destroy everything on the board. And of course, if you're going to be converting everything into water monsters, that can be decent because then you can just declare water and all your equipped monsters will be protected. You just really need to go full into the equip spout aspect of the deck. You can banish this card from your graveyard and detach one Exceed material from your monster. Special summon one fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster from your grave to either field. So it seems like a solid way of getting something else out. So honestly, this new line of support seems okay. I do need to see how this is going to work with the old shark support that we got, just because it does seem like they're really focusing on the equip spout aspect. So we're definitely going to have to test that. But otherwise, let me know what you guys think. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and consider becoming a member if you do enjoy this type of content and you want to have an influence over the content I create. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time.